Over the past 24 hours, record-breaking rains in Dubai have given rise to false rumors regarding cloud seeding. In what ways was the rainfall extraordinary, and what caused the heavy downpours? How much of a downpour did it make? Dubai is a coastal city in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, that experiences mostly dry weather. Although the average annual rainfall is less than 100 millimeters, 3.9 inches, there are sporadic, intense downpours. Less than 100 kilometers, 62 miles, from Dubai, in the city of Al Ain, around 256 millimeters, 10 inches, of rain fell in a single day. The primary culprit was a cut-off, low-pressure weather system that pulled warm, humid air in and prevented other weather systems from passing through. Professor Martin Ambaum, a meteorologist at the University of Reading who has researched rainfall patterns in the Gulf region, says, "This part of the world is characterized by long periods without rain and then irregular, heavy rainfall, but even so, this was a very rare rainfall event." What part did the changing climate play? It is currently impossible to pinpoint the precise impact that climate change had. It can take several months to conduct a thorough scientific investigation of both natural and human influences. However, the record rainfall makes sense given the way the climate is evolving. Simply put, warmer air has the capacity to contain more moisture, roughly 7% more for every degree Celsius of warmth. This increased moisture content can lead to heavier rains. Richard Allen, a professor of climate science at the University of Reading, says, "The intensity of the rain was record-breaking, but this is consistent with a warming climate, with more moisture available to fuel storms and make heavy rainfall events and associated flooding more potent." According to a recent study, if global warming continues, yearly rainfall across a large portion of the United Arab Emirates may rise by as much as 30% by the end of the century. According to Dr. Friederike Otto, senior lecturer in climate science at Imperial College London, if humans continue to burn oil, gas and coal, the climate will continue to warm, rainfall will continue to get heavier, and people will continue to lose their lives in floods. What's cloud seeding, and was it involved? By modifying current clouds, cloud seeding helps to increase the amount of rain that falls. One way to achieve this is to use aircraft to drop tiny particles into clouds, such as silver iodide. Then, it will be easier for water vapor to condense and transform into rain. The UAE has recently employed the method, which has been around for decades, to deal with water scarcity. Some social media users incorrectly linked the harsh weather in the hours after the floods to recent cloud seeding efforts in the nation. According to earlier reports from Bloomberg, cloud seeding planes were used on Sunday and Monday, but not on Tuesday during the floods. Experts claim that emphasizing cloud seeding is misleading, and that, at most, it would have had little impact on the storm, even though the BBC has not been able to independently confirm when cloud seeding occurred. Even if cloud seeding did encourage clouds around Dubai to drop water, the atmosphere would have likely been carrying more water to form clouds in the first place, because of climate change, asserts Dr. Otto. When there is not enough wind, moisture, or dust to cause rain, cloud seeding is typically used. Forecasters had alerted us to a significant chance of flooding throughout the Gulf in the previous week. Professor Diana Francis, the head of Khalifa University's Environmental and Geophysical Sciences Department in Abu Dhabi, states that cloud seeding, which is an expensive process, is not performed when such intense and large-scale systems are forecasted because there is no need to seed such strong systems of regional scale. Matt Taylor, a meteorologist with BBC Weather, added that the extreme weather event had been predicted beforehand. Ahead of the event, computer models that don't factor in potential cloud seeding effects were already predicting well over a year's worth of rain to fall in around 24 hours, according to him. The impacts were much wider than I would expect from cloud seeding alone too. Severe flooding impacting large areas from Bahrain to Oman. A government task force called the National Center of Meteorology, NCM, oversees cloud seeding missions within Emirati territory. How ready is the United Arab Emirates for heavy rains? Strong barriers that can withstand abrupt, powerful downpours are necessary to stop heavy rains from turning into devastating floods. Naturally, Dubai is very urbanized. Because there isn't much green space to absorb the liquid, the drainage systems couldn't handle the heavy rains. There need to be strategies and adaptation measures to adapt to this new reality of more frequent and intense rainfall, says Professor Francis. For example, the infrastructure of roads and facilities need to be adapted, building reservoirs to store water from spring rain and use it later in the year. The UAE's Road and Transport Authority established a new division in January to assist in flood management in Dubai.